Hey, it's Anioł. Welcome to the channel. In this episode, we'll discuss the latest patches. We'll see what they've brought us. And of course, I'll share my opinion on the matter with you, whether I like any of the changes or not. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you appreciate this content more, you can become a supporter of this channel, for which I thank you in advance. And without further ado, let's start with when this update will go live. The update will go live on April 22, 2026. We don't know the exact hours, but those will be reset times, right? The name of the update, Spring Hunt. So let's see what we can catch here. Number 1, new events. We're talking about events quickly. In the first event of the Spring Hunt, we'll be able to earn some avatars and badges. So much for the interesting stuff. The second event, Dragon Abyss. Dragonfire has reached the Abyss. Brave warriors must prepare for new challenges in the Dragon Abyss in the upcoming Season 7, the Season of Disputes, and the Dragon Siege. Dragons will appear over the battlefields, bringing a completely new combat experience. And in this update, the Dragon Abyss offers a foretaste of how dragon control will work. To enjoy this mode, healing units in the Dragon Abyss will consume resources. Take control of them from the dragons and dominate the battlefield. We saw this dragon somewhere, so someone controlled it on the battlefield. And there was another dragon, which was like a pet for us, but it wasn't a Legion pet, just a general account pet, something like that. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely have a new KVK scenario where we can control dragons. And in the upcoming update, we'll get a foretaste of how to control these dragons. Moving on, we have the Dragon Reverb. The Thunder Dragon has appeared. The United Tagar Merchant Guild is calling on the lords to help raise this tiny dragon. Participate in the Dragon Reverb event and feed the Thunder Dragon to trigger the reverb and receive Battle Pet skill cards, speed-ups, resources, items, and other rewards. Master Dragon Tamers will receive additional rewards from the Merchant Guild to help further develop the Thunder Dragon's skills. I was just talking about this dragon a moment ago, that we'll have another pet like this, so to speak, but for the account, not the Legion. That's probably how I understand it. Anyway, we'll see what it entails. From what I understand, it will only be in this scenario. Will it be permanent? It's hard to say. Maybe they'll introduce something permanent, so we'll see. Maybe this dragon will be permanent. It could be permanent, actually. And the last sub-point of the first point, the legendary heroine Seluna. As for Seluna, she's a really interesting champion, even an epic one, but it was similar with Mew, of course. And speaking of MU, you should know that we can upgrade our epic Mew to a legendary version. The same will happen with Seluna now, so I can't wait. I think Seluna will be in the meta. First of all, the current Seluna is already really strong for an epic hero. I think the legendary version will be, I'm guessing, mega powerful. I'm not guessing, mega powerful, and everyone will want her. Those are my hunches. Personally, I'd like them to introduce, for example, the legendary Waldir, the legendary Guanwin, and the legendary Bachorn. I think these characters are the faces of their respective factions, and it would be great if we had legendary versions of these heroes. Imagine what the legendary Waldir would do on the battlefield. Maybe we'll get there. I think the legendary Waldir would be something, and he should be better than Ming, to be honest. I think it's like a G6, G7, maybe even that kind of power. That's how powerful it should be. Anyway, back to the email. Point 2. Improved gameplay features, improved expeditions. The process, gameplay, and narrative of expeditions have been improved. Expeditions are now called burning trials. Driven by a vision of the future, the prophet created a pocket dimension where his descendants could prepare for the catastrophe that would come 1,000 years later. The new city building will be the Eye of Illumination, allowing you to enter the burning trials, where you will face dark creatures to strengthen your legions. Will it be some kind of improvement to the Dragon Trail? Will it be those expeditions in the city? I'm telling you what, I'm showing you what I'm talking about. I hope they don't improve it. It's the worst thing about this game. It's the worst thing about this game. I hope they don't add more levels. But if you're going to do it, it's in the non-dragon trail, right? It used to be the dragon trail, and now it's the behemoth trail. So maybe they'll add something new here, or something similar. I hope they don't just improve what I showed you. Moving on, we have improved the battle pet auctions. To allow more players to use the battle pet auctions, we've made the following improvements. After purchasing a battle pet at the auction, it will be temporarily placed in the breeding room. How is this supposed to help? I don't know. Battle pets in the breeding room can be released, allowing them to be released back into the wild. For this act of kindness, the Merchants Guild will reward the battle pet with fruit. Oh, this could be interesting. So we'll be able to buy a cheap pet to gain fruit. I mean, whoever can buy, can buy. But you know what I mean. Yes, you know what I mean. More fruit means better pet stats. Something really interesting. You can also adopt combat pets from the vault by adding them to your pen. Details on releasing them can be found in the online pet auction. The above changes only apply to combat pets listed for sale and purchased after the update. Once the update is live, all combat pets currently listed for sale will be withdrawn, and all ongoing auctions will be cancelled. Combat pets will receive a rating based on their attributes. The 2 attributes with the lowest upper limits, nor the talent's skill star rating, will be included in the rating. So now statistics will play a significant role, and ultimately, only statistics, right? If the talent isn't included now, it means it won't be included in the price, but we'll still be able to buy a pet with a 2-star talent. It should theoretically be the same price as one with a 0-star talent, so pets with 2-star talents will definitely sell faster anyway. Maybe this is a possibility, we'll see. Sounds interesting, right? We'll see how it works in practice. Changes to the routes of war. The locations of the Lunambrite pools have been changed for a more balanced distribution. As if these pools didn't affect anything, in my opinion, the maximum number of units stationed in halls from Season 3 onwards has been changed from 2,100,000 to 2 million, which is typical garrison numbers. The maximum number of units stationed in outposts from Season 3 onwards has been changed from 900,000 to 1 million. Certainly, since we've reduced the number of units in halls, it will be easier to conquer them, which should make retaking them a bit easier. And the fights will be more interesting. That's how it should be, in my opinion. Halls, the Tree of Healing, and the Tree of Courage will now open after 6 minutes. Previously, they opened after 3 minutes, and only after 6 minutes will you be able to send legions to occupy these buildings. So what? First, we'll go to mid and fight. Perhaps it will definitely be the same at lower elo. And those at higher elo will try to secure these buildings ahead of time. Yes, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. There'll definitely be a larger fight before the buildings are captured, and we'll see how it affects the game itself. The field of view for infantry and cavalry legions has been reduced, an interesting change, indeed. And the name of the player who dealt the final blow has been added to announcements about defeating the fairy dragon. It's more about simply defeating these pets, so that's fine. Moving on, we have protection against the removal of an alliance building. Removing a fully constructed alliance building will start a timer. When the timer expires, the building will be removed from the map. Alliance towers, as well as their siege towers and bastions, have a 5-minute timer. Alliance strongholds have a 20-minute timer. When an alliance building is removed, alliance members will receive notifications. You can disable them in the settings. It would be nice if we received this notification during the removal. It would be nice if this timer activated, giving them more time to react, for example, to escape from the tower. But is this timer necessary? In my opinion, it's not necessary. It'll just delay things. Now you won't be able to delete it immediately, you'll have to wait. I don't really like it, unless there's a way to disable it completely. Well, I'd disable it in my covenant. Point 3. Improvements to the seasonal system. Updated glory rating rewards. In dispute season starting after the glory rating update, they now include class rewards. Well, here are the rewards. You can see lumber, gold, ore, and wood. I don't see any mana anywhere. Interestingly, in dispute season starting after the update, after your land enters the new season map, the weekly limit for purchasing player resources will be adjusted based on their glory rating. This change will be reverted on the first Monday after the season wrap-up. I don't know if this will change anything, it certainly won't for me. And we have a new chat channel. In seasons with camp-based gameplay, such as seasons 3, 5, and 6, you can now talk to other camp members in the camp chat channel. So, yeah, chats like that are definitely cool, but they shouldn't include information about someone joining or leaving the pack, because then the chat would be broken. A pack chat in general would be interesting, but it's definitely annoying, and I'm not the only one. I hope we see information about someone leaving or joining, often getting involved with them. And in the pack chat, I think we absolutely don't need this information for anything. Let's move on to point 4, a better combat experience. In short, because there's a ton of text here. In short, Agnar and Freya each received the 10th of March speeds per person, from the slowest march. This will probably be one of the fastest marches. I'm not sure, but I suspect they might be the fastest now. Also, a little bummer. Artifact skills have been changed. The Roots of Ancient Trees artifact has been changed, specifically for the Roots of War League, where you could teleport to a high-level Lunt deposit. In short, they changed how it works so that you could previously teleport to a high-level resource point. Now, we'll be teleporting to an unoccupied resource point, so it'll likely also throw us into low-level ones. So, this artifact probably won't work as well in the Roots of War League, but we'll see. Moving on, we've got a change to the new pet's ability description. Overall, nothing interesting, nothing that changes the pet's functionality in any way. So, let's move on to point 5, a better experience during events. Shattered Darkness, or the Dark Fort. Now we'll be able to join the Dark Fort even with a voucher on us. Yes, that regeneration mode, so overall, it's fine. And I guess the finale, the last event, the last change. Improving the Threshold of War event to ensure fairness and improve the gameplay experience. The total number of gift points for a realm during the war preparation phase of the Threshold of War event will be determined by the sum of the gift points of the top 300 players in the realm. They could also change something so that, for example, only cities in the Season of Disputes can leave the first zone. Of course, only cities with a gym level of 25, with, for example, 20 million power or higher, can leave. This would definitely help us weed out those farms that are sent to destruction. I think these farms annoy not only me but many others, so I think such a change would be really great. Perhaps this is a small step in that direction. Furthermore, the number of points that can be earned during this phase has also been reduced accordingly. This change will apply to all events that begin or are already ongoing after the update. So, to summarize this upcoming update, is there anything interesting? Honestly, nothing really caught my attention. It seems like the most interesting thing in the upcoming update will be the legendary hero Seluna. Maybe those abysses, right? Maybe those dragon abysses will be interesting. We'll see what the deal is with those dragon abysses. And that dragon echo. Will this dragon be permanent, or will it only be in the 7th scenario? If it's permanent and we can start collecting things there, then I'd rate this update a 6. It's not okay, but nothing special. Yes, that's just how I rate it. Do we still have expeditions? Maybe that will still be okay, although, PVRA, meaning no one cares. We'd all definitely like some changes, some light nerf for Kuma. I think the 4th ability could get a change so that only the legions that are nearby, close to our legion, actually count. Currently, every legion on the battlefield that attacks us counts. And those legions aren't nearby, right? So I'd definitely change the description of this ability, since it doesn't work as described. I think this change could make the new G5 infantry the best, if Kuma worked as described. Anyway, as for the new infantry, well, I've already gotten to know them a bit, so the next videos will probably be about the new infantry, some small tutorials. Anyway, regarding this update, I don't think we got anything special. Unless, of course, this dragon and this new mode might actually save this update. We'll see. Anyway, I'll say goodbye to you all here. You know what to do. Take care.